Real quick, folks, before we get into this video, on my other channel, TotalNonstopTalk, I have a video log that's uploaded over there that was requested for me to do, talking about my independent promotion and the store I'm wanting to open. So if you're interested in that, links in the description box. Peace. I've got just a few random things that I'm wanting to talk about. These are notes of sorts, but just more so I can stay on topic and everything. First thing I want to go over is the release of Awesome Kong, and I think that this is a major mistake by TNA. In my opinion, TNA has had two really good bankable stars in the women's division, and that was Awesome Kong and Gail Kim. Now both of them are gone. They still have talent, but this other talent has not been built the way that Gail Kim and Awesome Kong have been built. Both of these women were very credible champions, and they're left with plenty of good talent, but not credible talent. And some of you are probably sitting there going, why isn't he saying Alyssa Flash? Alyssa Flash is a good talent, but she was not built. She did not have the camera time. She did not have the credibility of Kong or Gail Kim. This is another huge mistake, and I'm not sure if the Knockout division can recover from this. Next thing on my list is been pretty big topic here on YouTube. Ric Flair and Hogan wrestling again. How do I feel about Ric Flair? And a lot of people saying that he spit on his farewell from the WWE, his retirement and everything by stepping back in the ring. Yeah, but obviously Flair doesn't care what we think. So either you're going to hate him from here on out, or you're still going to respect what he's done in the business, and that's pretty much all I got to say there. Hogan getting back in the ring. I mean, Hogan himself, the week prior to the announcement, talked about how he can't go in the ring anymore, that his body's torn down and all of this, and now he's going to step in the ring. We do have Abyss and AJ in this match, and there's ways they could go about saving this match and everything. The good thing about this match is the casual fans are going to tune in. This could boost ratings. This could be on the upside for TNA, but us diehard fans are probably not going to enjoy it. Next thing is WrestleMania, March 8th, Destination X, Lockdown. The build-up. I've actually heard people complain about the WrestleMania build-up. I've heard people complaining about Destination X's build-up, March 8th's build-up, Lockdown's build-up. So on this other side, I've got all the matches that I can think of that have been announced for all of these pay-per-views. Let's go over WrestleMania first. Brett versus Vince. They've been building up for this since January 4th. A little bit before that. So that's pretty good build-up there. Sheamus versus Triple H is what looks like is going to be happening. They just started the build-up for this, so let's give it some time, see what they do with it. HBK versus Taker, they've been building this since the Slammies, folks. John Cena versus Batista, a few weeks build, but pretty good build in my opinion. Money in the Bank. All of these people won qualifying matches into Money in the Bank. I think that's pretty good build for the match. Let's go on to Lockdown. The only match that I know of that has been announced for Lockdown is the Pope, D'Angelo De Niro versus AJ Styles. This has actually been given a few months of build, and I'm interested in the match. So for that, and we still have till April for this to happen. So, Destination X, we have Hernandez and Morgan versus Beer Money with no build whatsoever as of yet. Kaz versus Doug Williams for the X Division title, very little build. And I don't think that's actually been announced, it's just assumed. And the Ultimate X match, which we have no clue what any of these, the people in the match are. It's been advertised, but we don't know who's in it, nothing, no build, in my opinion, just no build. So, out of all of this, WWE seems to be doing what's right with the build for WrestleMania, where not too much build on either one of these. And the only match announced for March 8th is AJ Styles and Ric Flair versus Hogan and Abyss that I've caught. And there's been a little bit of build. They just announced it this past week. We're going to get more build probably on that match. And so TNA, you need to pick up the build up for your pay-per-views. That is one thing you've got to do. Another topic, Daniel Bryan being buried on NXT. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? People are actually saying he's getting buried. Let's look at this. The most camera time anybody got last week on NXT was Daniel Bryan. He had an interview segment. He got to go out and talk to the crowd and announce himself. And he had a phenomenal match, no pun intended, a phenomenal match with Chris Jericho, where I believe, in my personal opinion, he looked credible. He hung in there with Chris Jericho. The only reason Chris Jericho beat him is because he broke his ribs. Then this week, he got his promo video. He had a match. Yes, it was a short match, and he lost to Wade Barrett. But here's the thing. He lost because his ribs were broke. Oh, and he had a backstage segment with The Miz. Pretty much three segments. And the only reason he lost is because he's refusing medical attention. That makes him look like a legitimate badass. Excuse the language there, folks. Next, Xplosion in the UK. Xplosion is being picked up and being carried in the UK. TNA, come on. Get Xplosion on Spike TV as well. And last but not least is a segment in which the opened Impact this last week about the Hall of Fame ring. Why are we putting so much meaning on a ring that was given to you by the WWE? Ric Flair's throwing a temper tantrum over it. It's supposed to mean something to Abyss. And this is giving credibility to the WWE, which you do not need to do heading in to going head-to-head with the WWE. This is like saying that their Hall of Fame and everything else means more than anything going on in TNA, in my opinion. And granted, all of this is just my opinion, but leave me your opinions in the comments. Rate and subscribe. I'm out. That was just my thoughts.